Welcome to the spot where the pages come alive. Comics Couple Cafe, where the fun vibes thrive. ComixDad's got the scoop, Mrs. Comics brings the flair. Pour a cup, settle in, there's magic in the air. Comics Couple Cafe, oh, what a scene. From manga to movies and all in between. News of the world or a hero's big fight. Chat with us live on this Thursday night. Flip through the panels and exciting anime scenes. Superhero showdowns and wild plot schemes. From breaking headlines to life's little wins, we're sipping and spilling where the fun begins. Hey, chat, jump in, tell us what you think. Is it capes or kaiju? Give us a wink. With ComixDad's quips and Mrs. Comics' grace, this cafe's the heart of our geeky space. So grab your favorite issue, pull up a chair. Comics Couple Cafe, we're beyond compare. From comics to life, we're here to stay. Tune in, let's chat at the cafe today. Flip through the panels and exciting anime scenes. Superhero showdowns and wild plot schemes. From breaking headlines to life's little wins, we're sipping and spilling where the fun begins. Hey chat, jump in, tell us what you think. Is it capes or kaiju? Give us a wink. With ComixDad's quips and Mrs. Comics' grace, this cafe's the heart of our geeky space. So grab your favorite issue, pull up a chair. Comics Couple Cafe, we're beyond compare. From comics to life, we're here to stay. Tune in, let's chat at the cafe today.
Hey everybody, ComixDad here.
QueenComixWife.
There we go. Welcome back.
I got distracted by the dog.
Ooh, shiny. Ooh, squirrel.
Ooh, squirrel.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, we should have named him Doug because he's a golden retriever.
Well, that's not the name he came with.
I know, but it'd been funny.
We can't
Doug,
just
squirrel.
we can't just rename a 3-year-old dog. Conditioning.
I know. But
Anyway,
been funny.
Welcome back, everybody, for another edition of Comics Couple Cafe. I'm ComixDad. She's QueenComixWife. We're here to talk about all sorts of stuff, current events, entertainment, just bullshitting with you guys in the chat, talking about life, parenthood stuff, whatever the hell's going on is what we're going to talk about. But before we talk about anything, let's say hello to the chat. And also, even before that, just to let y'all know, in case anybody is unaware, we are streaming across both my channels on YouTube and on Rumble. So that's ComixDad and ComixDad channel on YouTube and on Rumble, respectively. And then QueenComixWife's channels on YouTube and Rumble, which is just QueenComixWife on both platforms. And then also, if anybody is watching on X, thank you so much for watching on X as well tonight. I appreciate you all being here. QueenComixWife, I'm sure you appreciate everybody being here as well. But feel free to hop back and forth between all the different channels, all the different streams, all the different multicasts. Hit the like buttons, hit the shares and the reposts and the follows and the subs and all that stuff to just spread the love around the 5 different ways we're streaming this show tonight.
Kumbaya, bitches. Kumbaya.
What was with that coughing in my ear? You okay? You need a lozenge?
No. Hey, Levistro, I see where your loyalty lies, motherfucker.
What? Can you not? Just because
he
just because he chose the superior chat does not mean you get to just
superior. Fuck
well,
you, superior.
Yes, and everybody, as you see the chats on the screen for yourselves to see, that's a way for you to talk to each other across the different platforms and across the different channels. Those will be the chats for both YouTube streams, both Rumble streams, and the X broadcast as well. So this way, just in case anybody gets a little confused, there's hey, I'm not seeing this person in this particular chat. Well, they're probably one of the other 4 chats. So anyway, let's get through the chat. Levistro said it's now 6:45 p.m. Central Time and no coffee. Definitely no coffee and no ComixDad or Queen. This stream is late and gay. Meanwhile, Levistro put that in the chat 5 minutes before showtime. So he did not know that we would be late and gay. And I hit the go live button at 7:45. So, Levistro, suck it.
Who's gay now? Who's gay now, Levistro?
I mean, we kind of are. But
I'm not gay. I'm straight as a damn
everybody in this
bull.
space is a little bit late and gay. John Handler said, I agree with
Please.
Levistro, so much gay here. White Devil Otaku is here. What's going on, White Devil Otaku?
White Devil.
Panda Simone is here as well. Says, hail Queen and ComixDad.
Panda's loyal. I love you, Panda. You're loyal to me. I love
Nishi
you.
is here. Says, hello, Panda Simone, John Handler, Queen-Comics-Wife. That's fine, Nishi.
Nishi is loyal.
That's fine. That's fine.
Nishi.
Hello, Nishi. It's good to see you. Well, I guess it's good. I guess it's good to see you at least in a chat. I'm not gonna be petty like the Queen over here. Anyway, and I just told Levistro lies. 40 minutes past the hour. We start 45 minutes past the hour. John Adler said, word of warning, I be drunk. I claim no responsibility nor liability for the things that may be said.
Yeah.
And then Levistro, John, just don't pull a Mel Gibson about Jews and world wars.
Wow.
Let's see, is there anybody else? And also I don't see him here, but I saw at some point, where is he? It's Nate is here over on Rumble as well. I'm just not seeing the chat show. Oh, there he is. Hey, Nate here. Nate here. What's going on, Nate? Good to see you, brother. Thank you so much for being here as well. There she is. Nishi. Hi, Nishi. Levitia says, what? I'm a dragon. It's in my nature. I'm sexist and misogynist. Also, had not been on ComixDad stream for a bit. It's all good, Levitia.
Either. What the hell are you talking about?
Also, Queen isn't showing on that 15-year-old feature that magically turns on, allegedly not by the user restricted mode. What?
The fuck is he talking about?
No, YouTube, there's been something that's been going on with YouTube where YouTube has been like just kind of automatically enabling a mode on everybody's YouTube accounts called restricted mode. And they've been just kind of going in the background, or the algorithms or whatever have been just automatically turning it on people. And when you're on restricted mode, there are certain creators or certain streams and certain content of certain creators that you will not be able to see.
So why are they doing that to me?
It's not just you. It's a larger YouTube problem.
YouTube sucks.
But anyway,
Rumble all the way, bitches.
I'm kind of.
At this point,
they both.
I'm not getting screwed.
They both
Rumble
have their.
pays me, so I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
They both have their problems. You could say whatever you want. Rumble's still gonna pay you as long as you meet the metrics. But, I don't know. Rumble's more. The platform of Rumble itself has been having more and more technical issues lately, and all Chris Pavlovsky seems to give a shit about is Rumble Wallet. So. Even though the stock has been failing, but
what's the first topic we got today?
Oh, we're just going right into it for a change. You don't want to sit here and have a little banter and back and forth. You just want to
No, I had a really bad day today.
Hey, tilt your camera down a little bit. The banner with your name is like covering half your face. There we go. White Devil Otaku said, sad news for content creators. Billy of the Game Chasers has passed away. Prayers to his family. I was just gonna say, I have heard of the Game Chasers. I've never actually really watched it or really consumed their content or watched their content, but I did see about that today, and that is sad. So prayers to Billy's family from the Game Chasers. Yeah, may he rest in peace, and may he walk forever with his head held high in the mighty light of the Lord, side by side with him. But anyway, so there's been a lot of stuff that has gone down since basically the last time, not just the last time I've streamed at you, QueenComixWife, but even since the last time I solo streamed. The only streams that I've done lately were last streams that I've done were.
I've been streaming.
Yes, I know you've been streaming. You've been streaming a lot, which is awesome. And everybody go check out QueenComixWife's channels for her daytime gaming streams.
I'm boring.
But yeah, we've last time we did one of these 2 weeks ago. I had Talk and Shop last week with Andrew Rodriguez of the Ripaverse. There was no poll list last week, unfortunately. And why is my aunt?
Aunt Lori?
Really? Names, you know this by now. But yeah, she's.
Aunt
Well,
Gaius?
you already said it.
What's she want?
I don't know. She was trying to FaceTime me.
Probably wants to see the girls. We busy. Call back later.
I just told her we're out of dinner. I know.
While ComixDad is doing his dinner
I'm
thing.
already good. I'm already good.
Oh,
No, what? Go ahead, share.
I wanted to show you guys this.
We
Is
got that like 3.
absolutely amazing.
Oh, did you read it finally? Good. Now give it to me. I need to read it.
Amazing. No, it's mine.
It's yours.
Absolutely amazing.
It's yours, but I bought it for us to read.
Book. I'm in love with it.
It's a 4-part series. It's a
good.
4-part miniseries.
So freaking good.
Issue 2 will be out in a few weeks.
So good. I know. I'm so excited for it.
Yeah. James Tinian the Fourth, also writer creator of Something's Killing the Children by Boom Studios.
And then, if anyone wants to read about comic books, this was really good too. It's called Cul-de-sac.
Cul-de-sac.
It's about a vampire, basically. I don't really like vampire stuff. I'm not like into the big sparkly vampire. I don't do vampires. But this was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Then I picked up this. If you guys like horror stuff like I do, this was absolutely phenomenal.
What is it?
It's called Blink and Don't Miss It. Oh, hold on. Blink and you'll miss it. It's a monster. It's about a monster. Pretty good book. I don't want to give too much away because it gets right into it. So I don't want to give too much. Just pick up a copy and read it. You'll love it. It's about monsters. And then this was kind of stupid. I ain't gonna lie.
It was more for the kids than for you.
I read it though.
Jeff the Shark is definitely more for kids. Anyway. So yeah. You good?
Yeah.
Anything else you want to share?
No, it's okay. I'll shut up now. Go ahead.
No, you don't need to shut up. This is the show. You know the format by now. There is no format.
oh, and since I'm a cooking channel now, I got something really cool. I got really cool measuring spoons now.
You're a cooking channel. You haven't put out a cooking video in over a month.
I have to work on that. I don't know what to.
You're a cooking channel that doesn't put out cooking videos and plays video games instead.
I have one that I have to upload the video and take care of that. But I got new measuring spoons and I got really cool measuring cups. I gotta freaking make another video. So if anybody wants any kind of meal made, let me know so I can make it, please.
Or just as you're making stuff here at home.
No,
even if it's
boring sometimes.
So it's just even if it's just doing spaghetti and making your pasta.
Spinach puffs on my channel.
There you go.
Kronk spinach puffs.
Did you say Gronk's spinach puffs?
Kronk spinach puffs.
Kronk from like the Emperor's New Groove?
I have his spinach puff recipe.
There you go. Here we go. John. Pasta.
I said pasta.
All right, we're just gonna move on. We're gonna move to the topic. Anyway, so before this gets started, but anyway, so yeah, it's been quite the week and a half, quite the 2 weeks, because obviously with everything that happened last week with the brutal, absolutely vile political assassination of Charlie Kirk. He wasn't a politician, but it was politically motivated. So that's why I'm saying political assassination. May Charlie rest in peace. But it wasn't just Charlie that has had just been wronged by humanity, by society. Also, that 23, I think she was 23-year-old Ukrainian girl, Irina Zarutska, who was an actual refugee and came over here and then she was murdered by a 14-time arrested criminal who decided to stab her and it was racially motivated. As much as people on MSNBC and CNN and all these nut jobs on X and everything will try to we're trying to spin it before Charlie Kirk was murdered, because that was what was in the spotlight. And they're all trying to spin it. Oh, it's not racially motivated. He's mentally unwell. Blah 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 blah. Really, that's why after he stabbed her 3 times in the throat, he said, "Got that white girl. Got that white girl." Like, really, you can't tell me that you sit there and say it's not racially motivated.
What's really messed up for me though is instead of him going to jail and getting punished for everything he just did to this person, because she literally was on a train or a bus or whatever, sitting there,
unprovoked,
not bothering nobody. He stabbed her in the neck and walked off, and her body just laid there.
Yeah, well, she was in shock initially.
Oh, I know. I saw the video.
She looked at him with like the most terrified look ever, because she didn't even know what the hell just happened.
But instead of him just getting punished for what he did, they're trying to get him medically evaluated to see if he was mentally there.
It's another retarded activist leftist judge that is sitting there, and instead of what was it? They're sending him to a 60-day to a medical facility for a 60-day evaluation to see if he is mentally competent to stand trial. After 14 times, I don't give a shit if you're mentally competent or not.
Not only that, but somebody vandalized a painting mural of her.
Oh, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised by any means.
I'm sorry. That girl did nothing wrong. That is so messed up.
And Lavisha said, we should say thanks for agreeing. Racially motivated crime means you're unwell. Or do you think racism is sane? Flip the script. Flip the script on them for sure. But yeah, it's just a whole bunch of nonsense going on.
If it was a black guy that died, it'd be all over the news. It'd be everywhere freaking out. No one even put her story out. That's what's messed up.
No, it took social media to highlight to highlight.
But if it was a black woman that got killed, that
by a white person,
everywhere.
By a white person,
by anybody, that should be everywhere.
No, because blackout black crime isn't blackout black crime is not a is hardly ever reported. They only want to push the whole racism narrative. That's all. That's the only thing.
It's all bullshit.
So it's unfortunate. Just like there was that young black girl, I think a 19-year-old. She was brutally murdered by an illegal who had no right being here in this country. And he was also arrested and not even sent back home. It was during the Biden administration still. Yeah. And it was around the same time as the Ukrainian girl. So like regardless, and that didn't get any attention and traction at all either. So like that's what I'm saying. These you don't hate the media enough, ladies and gentlemen. You don't hate the media enough. But hey, there's a buddy we haven't seen in the chat in a while. Senior Chunky says, "What the heck? What's up, Senior Chunky?"
Bedtime.
Oh, damn. Lavisha said, "Hey, St. George is a victim doing the Lord's work, or so my FBI agent keeps pistol whipping me over." yeah, because a career criminal with a drug addiction, he's heralded as a saint by very unwell people, and a whole summer of just destruction in major American cities, but and that's okay. But the one guy that was willing to sit down and talk to people who had complete opposite political views of him is shot down by somebody who thought of his speech as hateful and violent. But we're not allowed to be upset by it, and people are allowed to mock it. Yeah, okay, make it make sense. Yeah. Senior Chunky says, "Hi, gang. I just got back here and I'm already getting roasted by the wife." It's like you were never gone.
It's okay, sweetheart. I was young too at one time.
It's like you were never gone, Senior Chunky.
Me in one time before.
Damn,
it's okay.
Queen, shots fired.
It's okay, honey. No problem being young. Enjoy it while it lasts, because you know what? When you get old, shit sucks.
But there's a lot of, and I'm sure everybody's either, well, some of you may, a lot of people may not be tired of hearing of it, because we need to keep talking about this. Everybody needs to keep talking about this. But I know some of you may be tired of hearing about this, especially especially what happened last week with Charlie Kirk at UVU. But we have been told.
Whoa, hold on. Snooty Mims, you're over there. You've been in my channel, and so that's
Go,
messed up,
Queen.
Snooty.
Can you stop?
No, that's messed up.
Can
Snooty.
you stop? Snooty Mims.
I should be your favorite now, not this one.
Snooty Mims with 2 gifted subscriptions over on Rumble. Snooty Mims, brother, thank you, man. Thank you as always. This is for you, my guy.
Don't use mine. It's gotta be my computer when you do that, because my computer always breaks out when. Hi, Snooty.
Really? No, Snooty, you can ask for a refund on that. That's totally fine.
He can have the refund.
She bullied you into that one.
I did not bully him.
But Snooty says, always appreciate the banter and love. God bless the comics family. God bless you, Snooty. God
you don't have to do that, Snooty. I love you just for being here. You know that, honey bunny.
Let's see. Where is it?
You are awesome, Snooty. You always have been. And Senior, you know I'm playing with you, honey. Senior Chunky, you know I just play around with you. You're awesome, sweetheart.
Where is... There it is.
Wow, look at this show. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Snooty Mims.
That my thank you video is better than yours.
That's fine. I'm the one that put it together.
I thought of it.
Insert manosphere snarky remark about female entitlement here.
Oh, Lavish, I have something in my eye, Lavish. Oh no, something in my eye.
But guys, we regardless of what you think or what your views are on things, you don't hurt somebody over words. That's just completely ridiculous and stupid. B, it's okay for people to differ and not have opinions, but or to have differing opinions and not agree, but at least be civil about it. And we're losing the civility. But at the same time, though, this shit for way too long, for the last 10 years, we have been told that people that vote a certain way and think a certain way are fascists, racists, homophobes, transphobes, all the other phobes and ists that you can think of that they like throwing out, extremists, Nazis. Like, it's people who and then they've been propping up the mentally unwell for the last like 6 years. And when you have the mentally unwell, along with putting messages out there painting people as the world's greatest evil of the 20th century, that's going to lead to definitely some things that, like we saw with what happened with Charlie Kirk. And then yet there's people out there going, oh well, statistics show that there's more violence on the right than there is on the left, and this, that, and the other. You know why it showed the statistics say that? Because the Biden administration's FBI buried all the statistics of when in 2020 there was a man in, I think it was either Michigan or Minnesota, was shot and killed execution style just for wearing a MAGA hat. And then there were other incidents that occurred as well throughout the country in 2020, 2021, 2023. And the Biden administration's FBI buried those stats and didn't classify those as political violence. So that's why the statistics show the way they show, because they're skewed and manipulated by a formerly or by the previous corrupt administration. So that's why. But anyway, so people have been rightfully so very pissed off, and Canelo is whiny, the dog.
No, honey, no, we can't play right now. He's a baby. He don't understand.
If you have to, send him to his bed.
No, he's fine.
Oh, anyway, somebody who's been getting, and we'll get to, I know we had the Jimmy Kimmel, I know Jimmy Kimmel's in the title, and we're going to get to Jimmy Kimmel, because this is going to basically be the lead into Jimmy Kimmel. Greg Gutfeld is becoming the new king of late night, as far as I'm concerned, because he's the only one that's on late night that's calling out all the bullshit. Um, and I mean, this was, I don't think this was on his show, the Gutfeld show, but yeah, Greg Gutfeld is he's calling the balls and he's calling the balls and strikes, and it's all strikes lately, especially over the last week. So let's see just what he had to say. This was on, I think, Wednesday or Thursday when the actual incident occurred.
Yeah, I know
He's
that
a
it's
boy,
somewhat object of mockery to
and
say thoughts and
we did not name
I,
him.
I'm playing a clip.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. My
Did
bad.
you not hear it?
I can't hear it
What do you
that
mean?
well. It's too low on my end. It's fine. Go ahead.
prayers, but thoughts and prayers for his family. They need it from all of us. And Jesse's right. If they can do this, they are capable of anything. I think that was the message. I believe that was the message. It's really hard to radicalize Republicans.
Yeah.
You know, it's like we're not the radical type. But if you thought that you were going to shut a movement down, you're going to get a rude awakening. You woke us the fuck up.
Yeah, pretty much. And for the last week, people have been going all in on anybody that has been basically holding people accountable. Now, granted, like I said, no, don't believe in violence for things that people say, but I definitely believe in consequences for actions. So people that were openly mocking Charlie Kirk's death, and saying that he deserved it and celebrating all that, people have been getting reported to their employers, and there's a difference between cancel culture and accountability culture. Cancel culture was people getting canceled just because they had differing viewpoints. That's cancel culture. What's been happening over the last week is people basically showing zero humanity and showing the monsters that they are, and people reporting them to their employers because I'm sure those employers also don't share the same monstrous, inhuman views that their sick and sadistic employees hold over the murder of anybody, but especially a high profile, peaceful man like Charlie Kirk was. Queen Comics Wife. Thoughts? We're gonna be talking about this probably for a bit, but what are your thoughts?
On which part?
All of it.
Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry. Hold on 1 second.
Uh oh. I think the comics kid's getting in trouble. The older one. She messed up. I know. Anyway. Let's scroll up a bit.
Sorry about that, guys.
Oh, you're good now?
Yeah, she came out one.
Yeah, I figured that's what happened. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I think Betty Johnson kind of put it the best on Megyn Kelly's show the other day. But before that, Queen, what are some of your thoughts about? I know you and I, obviously, I know your thoughts.
I couldn't hear the clip well, so I apologize.
It was basically saying we were basically just the people that thought they were silencing us by taking out Charlie. We just they woke us the fuck up instead.
I'm telling you right now, when I found out, because here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing about me. I like Charlie Kirk. I loved his speeches. I loved how he defended God. I love how he defended Jesus. I love how he defended this country. I love that he was so faithful to the Lord. But there were some things that I did not agree on with him, and that's okay.
And that's fine.
We don't all have to agree or disagree. We can all just do our own thing. Everybody has their own opinions. Now, that being said, when he got killed, I shed a tear because, number one, he's human, like us. Number two, he had a family. He had a wife and daughters.
And he was shot in front of that family.
And got shot in front of them. And the little girl watched her father die. Now, that is a problem for me. You have people on the internet talking about his death, laughing, think it's a joke. So I'm pissed. And you know what? I told you guys the other day when I was streaming when ComixDad was at work. I even said, I don't care what anybody thinks anymore. You guys can unfollow me if you want to. But for now on, I am not holding back. I'm not staying silent. I am going to speak how I feel. And if you don't like it, there's the unfollow button. Go right ahead because there are plenty of people who will be understanding of how I'm feeling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of people trying to control us. I'm tired of it. And as a Christian woman who loves Jesus more than anything, He died on the cross for me so I could go to heaven. So if you really think I'm going to deny Christ, you are absolutely out of your mind. I will be
Mhm.
100% on board with Christ. I will be 100% on board protecting people and speaking my mind about things. And I'm tired of being silenced. I don't care about the trans community anymore. I don't care about all this bullshit with the trans community. I don't care about none of it. I don't give a flying F about nothing. I will just speak my mind. And you don't like it, like I said, hit the unfollow button and keep on going, sweetie, because I'm not dealing with that no more.
Yeah.
I
And
said it.
and the other thing about Charlie is that he was getting he was going to the place where our children, our future children, whatever, however you want to put it, and also a lot of the current voting base are being indoctrinated by radical lunatic professors and administrators. And he went there. He took the conversation to their backyard, and for the last several years, and Steven Crowder started it with Change My Mind. Charlie Kirk took that and he grew it into something much more. He had the open
And he
conversation,
was amazing for that. He
and
was
he
an amazing
showed,
being for that.
and he had, and he was willing to hear people's opposite side of the conversations. Oh, my light went out. No, hold on.
But see, that's my problem though. How can you call yourself a human being when you can sit there and laugh at somebody dying because you didn't like their opinion? How fucking dare
Well,
you
because
as an
they were
American citizen and also as a fucking human being? If it was your mother, father, sister, brother, cousin, uncle, and they got killed, you'd be crying, begging everybody to go against things and fight for this and fight for that. But when somebody you don't like, you still laugh and joke about it. And it makes me sick because at the end of the day, we are all human. We all bleed the same color. We all die. Exactly. We all die. We all have to deal with this shit. So
well,
why sit there and I'm not done. So why sit there and do this shit? The woman lost her husband. The kids lost their father. He was human. And you think because you didn't have the same opinion that it's right to make fun of him and laugh and jokes like, "Oh, I'm glad he's dead."
it's because that people are being brainwashed with lies about how he was a racist and he was a fascist and he spoke nothing but hate and racism. Meanwhile, the black community, at least common sense black people, and there are plenty of black conservatives that love Charlie. Charlie Kirk was able to get, I think it was back in 2019, I think it was Charlie Kirk and some black conservatives, but it was definitely but the effort was definitely headed by Charlie Kirk. He got hundreds of young black Americans to go to the White House that have never been to the White House before. They got to meet the president. I think they got to meet the president, which was Donald Trump at the time, because I think it was 2019. um and there's like clips of his what's it called? It's not Changing My Mind. Changing My Mind was Steven Crowder called it, but Charlie Kirk's conversations where there was a young pregnant black woman holding her baby, and the first thing he said was was basically complimenting that her children were beautiful and she has a beautiful family. He
I
didn't see
saw
he
that.
did he didn't see color. He didn't see race, because the concept of race is,
So
well, race is also a social construct as well.
so
Biologically, we're all the
Comics
same.
said, let me say something though, okay? The people who are Democrats, if you're watching your Democrat, let me ask you this. You wanted to vote for Kamala Harris. Do you know she was racist?
Levistra, what do you mean?
She
Carry on.
she cared she cared more about the black community when she wasn't even black. She's Indian, okay? Because she wanted the votes. She wanted the votes.
Yeah.
She didn't give a shit about the white Americans and the white middle class. So if you want to sit there and call somebody a racist, you were voting for a racist. Don't sit there and bullshit me and tell me, oh, he was racist. You guys voted for one. What the hell's wrong with you? You're just bad as she is. I don't want to hear it.
But it's, yeah. Well, the point was, and the biggest thing about Charlie is that he was getting out there. He was talking to the youth. He was getting some of them to see, to believe in more traditional values and in more common sense views. and also he was bringing a lot of them to Christ as well, getting them to just have some faith, whether it was at least some faith in God. Whether a lot of them, I mean, I know he was a Christian, he preached Christian values, but I'm sure not every single student that's part of a Turning Point chapter is Christian. And I'm sure Charlie was perfectly fine with that, as long as they weren't going
They were decent
and being,
people.
yeah, they were just being decent people and kind of sharing similar thoughts and having conversations. But
Comic said, I watched a video today about being gay because a guy came on Charlie when he was talking in the university, and he said, I'm a gay Republican. And
mhm.
Charlie said, I don't care what you do in the bedroom. As long as you're a decent human being, it's all that matters. Like, he didn't care about that. He didn't bother people when it came to that. What bothered him is the people that were absolutely off hinge crazy assholes. That's the thing. And this country, because of these kind of people, are brainwashing our children, are putting our children to the idea of, oh, let me go to be a girl from a boy
Mhm.
because that's what they're telling me to do. These are the kind of people that need to be taken out of here because they are
Yes.
destroying
It's
the
it's
nation.
the ones that want to scream and yell at the top of their lungs and not hear what somebody with opposite opinions have to say. My stepmother is a borderline extreme leftist. But she's not, I say borderline because she's at least willing to sit and listen to what I have to say and have the conversations. Is she
Yeah.
willing to actually hear what I'm saying? Like actually process what I'm saying? No, but she's at least not interrupting me and cutting me off and screaming over me when her and I do have conversations. So I give her that much credit. But part of the problem is, though, it's even if they're not screaming and yelling over you, they don't care enough to even actually have an open enough mind to hear and process the words that you say. And those are the ones that I consider um to be a problem. Now, I have no problem with people who are left leaning, who vote blue in general. Like, as long as you're a kind person, first and foremost, that's what matters the most. But then, as long as you're willing to have a rational conversation, then we can get along, and I'm okay with that. But if you can't do that, then I have no time for you. Senior Chunky said, It's funny to me that I found you guys playing Fall Guys on day one, and now here we are talking about politics. We're just talking about whatever, Senior Chunky. This is just unfortunately, because it's just a kind of how things have been going over the last couple of weeks. Um, but yeah, man, we were just talking about whatever. This just happens to be one of the topics that he had lately. Lavisha said you named your dog after the former VP. I don't know if she would be proud or I'm impressed.
What?
I don't know. He may have heard something wrong. Canelo is the dog's name.
Canelo.
Natty said cancel culture. First off, what's going on, Natty? Natty said cancel culture is questioning the authority. Consequence culture is punishing the people for being an awful person. White Devil Otaku said, where were these people fighting for First Amendment rights for Gina Carano? Yeah, facts. Or Roseanne Barr. Or hell, even going all the way back to Hank Williams Jr. Yeah, and we'll be getting to the Jimmy Kimmel thing after this next thing I want to play. Natty said they started acting crazy to people being nice to them. Yeah, that's the nicest way to put it, Natty. John said, well, not all the left are brainwashed. Happen to know some people that are level-headed on the left. No, and that's what I was saying, John, is that as long as people who are left-leaning or have more of a left ideology, I mean, that's fine because that's their right, as long as they're willing to have a conversation. If they're willing to have a conversation, if they're willing to not get belligerent and just go every time they don't like something, or every time they hear something they don't like, or just sit there, as long as they're not sitting there going orange man bad constantly, because that's their favorite thing to do, is say orange man bad, and people who vote orange man are just as bad, and all that stuff. So, like, as long as it's not somebody being belligerent, I got no problem with it. I got no problem with that. I won't agree with you on a lot of your political points, but I'm open to having a conversation with you. But even then, we don't got to talk politics. We just be friends if we leave the politics out of it too. I'm cool with that too. But the second you start screaming over everybody because you don't like words, or because people don't think exactly the same way you do, and then it just escalates from there, that's when I stop listening. because I can't take you seriously as a person at that point. I just can't. And then let's see.
Says NPC, but I don't know.
Well, Snooty said Queen is 100% on the money. I'll get there. John Abel said, my problem is with the crazies out there, no matter what side. All right. This whole crazies, no matter what side. Okay. I will say, yes, there are people out there that have super hardcore extremist conservative viewpoints. Those are people that also don't live in reality as well. For the most part, people that are, and you got to say, over the last, 5 years, 6 years, 8 years, what have we seen? There are people that have some more right alignment and traditional values and viewpoints that are a lot less, a lot more of them are less crazy than people that have opposing viewpoints and beliefs. I'm just going to leave it there. Not saying all. I'm not saying all of either side or none of either side. But there's a lot less of the crazy on one side than there is the other. You can't sit there and ignore it. I'm more along the line where I don't care what your politics are. If you're, yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. It's and if you get into a political conversation, as long as this conversation can be civil and cordial and everybody can be friends afterwards, then that's fine, man. That's totally fine. Calling someone left will turn into the because your values aren't right enough. I don't like the term. I don't like sitting here calling people communists because a lot or globalist. Left is kind of the most polite way to put it, so that's why I say left. Because I mean, I'd rather not say I'd rather not hear and say Democrat either, because then I'm just, I mean, no matter what, it's going to be a blanket. But like, it's left is kind of the most polite way I can put it, really. Gorilla Mars here says, hello everyone, what's going on, Gorilla Mar? Snooty Mim says NPCs. Yeah, the crazies are NPCs. Like the extremes call anyone not left enough as right. Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. The center has changed, or the center hasn't changed. It's people haven't changed how they think and view things and where their morals and ideals lie. The problem is that the center has shifted, where the center lies. The left have gone so far left, at least the extreme left have gone even so much further left, that people that were traditionally seen maybe like 3 or 4 decades ago as like pretty far left now look like they're center left leaning. And that's the thing. I know it's just the worry of the pendulum swinging too far. Yeah, for sure. Speaking of nothing non-political, my family's expecting number 5, Natty McPatty.
Congratulations.
Congrats. That's awesome.
Wait, are you expecting, or is there another person?
Yeah. But anyway, let's get into the whole Jimmy Kimmel thing real quick, and then we'll try talking about some happier stuff.
No, I didn't say you as a baby. I meant an actual baby.
So, as y'all know, Jimmy Kimmel, or as a lot of you know by now, Jimmy Kimmel was basically more or less his show has been indefinitely put on hold or indefinitely
Natty's
canceled.
having a baby.
Congratulations, Natty.
Natty, congrats, love. I'm so happy for you.
And Deborah's here says,
I can't play right now.
And Deborah's here says, sorry, took a nap. Hi, everybody. Hi, Deborah. Hell yeah,
Hi,
congrats.
Deborah.
There we go. Joe Rogan, Elon,
warning.
Jimmy Dore, Tulsi RFK, all were left. The left left them. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's exactly what it is. But yeah, so basically what happened with Jimmy Kimmel was that, and I'll play the clip, but on Monday night he came out saying something about from over the weekend and everything. And we've learned more about who perpetrated this horrendous assassination of Charlie Kirk. Now, do I believe 100% that this is done and over with and he was the only one behind it? No. Do I believe that it was ideologically driven? 100% absolutely. So, but yeah, Jimmy Kimmel was informed by ABC and Disney that his show will not be airing and moving forward indefinitely. The reason for that is because, so for anybody that doesn't know how affiliate stations work, so like, you know how you have your local ABC or NBC channels, but you still get like the national, like the big primetime national broadcasts on those as well, because Disney doesn't own all those channels. NBC, Disney slash ABC, CBS, they don't own all those channels. They really only own a small handful. And then there are companies, large companies out there that own a lot of the other like local affiliate channels. And it's kind of like a franchise. Think of like a McDonald's or a Dunkin' Donuts franchise. They're basically Disney slash ABC creates the content, and they put out some of it on their own, but then they're then broadcasting it to people who have basically bought a license to show their product over their airwaves on their channels. And two of the larger affiliate company TV affiliate companies at the country that have pretty big stake in ABC affiliates basically said, "Hey, Kimmel is out of line, and no longer will we be tolerating putting somebody who is basically more or less as immoral as he is on our airwaves." So as much as people are coming out and saying, "Oh well, Jimmy Kimmel's getting canceled because they're fighting free speech and this, that, and the other," it's yes, the FCC was already looking into Disney and ABC. The FCC did not mandate that Jimmy Kimmel had to come off the air. People are painting it that way. Yes, the FCC was on the Benny Johnson show yesterday morning, talking about not just Jimmy, like what Jimmy Kimmel said on Monday, which we're going to play, but it wasn't just about Jimmy Kimmel. It was about MSNBC, CNN, all these people that are just spewing nothing but 100% unadulterated lies about all sorts of things. And they need to be called to account. They stop spreading lies and spreading propaganda. And so the people that are upset over, well, Jimmy Kimmel needs to have his voice. No, Jimmy Kimmel is an employee of a company. He is not a public employee. He's not a public servant. He is a part of the private workforce. And that company, based on feedback that they have gotten from basically their quote unquote customers or business partners, however you want to look at the affiliate channel owners, like their franchisees, basically, that their customers have more or less told them, we're not watching Jimmy Kimmel anymore because he's taken it too far. So this all came down to business. Also, Disney slash ABC, they've been losing money on the Kimmel show. Kimmel has been averaging, I think, 1.5 million viewers a night, which is, in the grand scheme of things, when you think about how many people there are in the country, is nothing. And they lose money on his ridiculous contract. They've been losing money for years on, just like how Stephen Colbert got axed by CBS. They were losing money on Stephen Colbert. Not enough people were watching to make it worth it for advertisers to want to advertise during that time slot. So it was a business decision more than anything else, and ABC slash Disney is just using the political aspect of it more as a scapegoat to can the Kimmel show or the Tonight Show with Jimmy Kimmel, because at the end of the day, it's been losing them money, but Disney doesn't want to come out and admit that. So now, because Disney's playing bullshit games, a lot of people are coming out and instead of just coming out and saying, well, Kimmel's off the air because it's no longer financially viable for us. Instead, they're doing it under the guise of, oh, well, Charlie Kirk event, FCC, politics, all that. And it's very misleading. It's a bunch of bullshit. So now that I know that was long-winded, but I wanted to lay out basically everything before I played the clip of kind of what everybody's focusing on that led to all of this.
We had some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them. And
trying to characterize this kid that killed Charlie Kirk as anything but one of them, meaning MAGA, meaning Republicans. It has been proven. It has been proven that this 22-year-old that took Charlie Kirk's life was, yes, he grew up in a Republican household, but just because you grow up in a family of Republicans or in a family of Democrats doesn't mean you are going to hold on to and adopt those values 100% of the time, especially if you go off to college, where, college is an indoctrination machine in America now anymore for the most part. So it's now, granted, yes, most people tend to adopt the politics of their families, of their parents, this, that, and the other, but it is not 100% definitive thing. And for the last almost week now, since we found out who this was that did this to Charlie Kirk, people would say, "Oh, well, he's MAGA, he's Republican, he's got to be Republican." Oh, no, he's not. He's gay with a boyfriend that identifies as a woman and is a furry on top of it. And he wrote stuff on the on the shells, on the casings of both the spent casing and the unspent casings, various things. One thing that was some kind of a furry transgender reference. One thing that was basically calling it a bullet for basically saying catch, what was it? I think it was catch this fascist or hey fascist catch, something like that. So no, the dude was not Republican. The dude was not MAGA. The dude was unhinged and saw Charlie Kirk as a threat to his way of life because of the indoctrination that has been happening both online and in media and in universities. Now, I'm not blaming online in terms of like the actual platforms. I'm blaming the people that go online and spread the indoctrination and the brainwashing. That's who I'm blaming. But anyway, QueenComixWife, thoughts about Jimmy Kimmel getting pulled off the air and all this?
I'm glad he did.
And what about the people that are saying, "Oh, well, Disney and ABC is violating Kimmel's free speech rights"?
It's just them trying to get him back on. I personally, I'm glad that they did what they did because he's a piece of shit person. How he talks about people, how he's disrespectful, is just disgusting. But I don't like a lot of those talk show hosts anyway. Like I can't stand the other one either. The hell's his name again? Jimmy Falcon. I can't.
Jimmy Fallon.
Whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
I can't stand any of those people. Like I think they're disgusting pieces of crap that should not have a job. But that's just me personally.
The one thing I will say about Jimmy Fallon, I can't stand Jimmy Fallon. I don't think he's funny. I personally don't think he's talented. I know a lot of people out there do. And we all know where he lies politically. The one thing I will say about Jimmy Fallon, though, is that he is not a Stephen Colbert. He is not a Jimmy Kimmel. He has, maybe he has hinted here and there in terms of some of his jokes and bits and everything that have some political underscoring, but he is not just sitting there and saying all the stupid shit that Stephen Colbert has been saying for years, that John Oliver's been saying for years, that Jimmy Kimmel's been saying for years. No, not to the same.
His commercials and everything he does with Justin Timberlake and all that shit.
Not to nearly the same level. And I am not like Jimmy or I don't see Jimmy Fallon out there basically spreading bold-faced lies, trying to cause trying to stir up, but I'm saying the difference is we're talking about why Kimmel is getting heat and why Fallon I don't think should, because Fallon is not out there spreading the bullshit and literally lying and pushing all the bullshit propaganda that Kimmel and Stephen Colbert have been. Like Jimmy Fallon, he's got his own views. Well, Fallon has his own views, but like he hasn't necessarily sold out like Kimmel and Colbert have. And that's kind of my point. So like Fallon, yes, I don't like him. I wouldn't be sad if his show went off the air, but I don't think he deserves to be taken off the air because he's not he's not a nut job, wild, extreme late night host like these other guys are. That's all. That was my point about Fallon. I don't get me wrong. His show got canceled tomorrow. I wouldn't care less. But there's no reason to. At that point, then that would just be, well, I mean, obviously it would have to be a business decision by NBC, but he's not, I don't have, my biggest gripe with Fallon is just, he's annoying as shit. But that's just me. Anyway. Getting into some cool stuff, getting into some fun stuff. But first, before we get into some fun stuff, let's get to the chat. Queen, you okay?
Yeah.
What's wrong?
You bored me.
I bored you.
With your whole spiel about
because
you wouldn't stop talking.
Oh, now you know how I feel when you kicked off the
You know
when you were
what?
when you were
Let me
going
explain
earlier
something.
on and on and on and
Motherfucker, let me
on.
explain something, okay? Hold up a second. First off, I never get to fucking talk on here because you cut me off all the damn time. So you wanna
Because
start
you go
talking,
on
we'll start talking.
tangents.
I don't care. I don't. You do too.
No,
I
I'm
have to speak.
explaining.
Freedom of
I'm
speech, bitch.
explaining.
Freedom of speech. I don't give a fuck what you're explaining. I'll explain. Explain this, okay?
I
Freedom
was
of
setting
speech.
I was setting what happened before I played the clip. I was explaining what happened with Kimmel, and I was
You
explaining the
kept
controversy.
going.
Yes, because there's a lot more to it than just, oh, Kimmel was canceled.
It doesn't. People are falling asleep.
No,
I
you
know
were falling
I
asleep.
was.
Yeah, your ADHD kicked in. That's why. That's right. You heard me.
Bitch, I will fuck you up. I will
Boom.
fuck you. I will
Boom.
beat your ass. That wasn't for that, stupid.
I don't care. I'm
you
still going to use it.
dumbass.
No, I know.
That wasn't for that.
I don't
So
care.
go
It
fucking
still
sit
applies.
there.
It still
I'm
applies.
about to kick your ass.
Snooty
I'm
Mim said
about
this
to-
while I was explaining the whole Kimmel thing, but it doesn't matter. This statement just applies. It gets blanketed applied to everything. ComixDad 100% correct. Always. There we go. Boom. Again.
I don't give a fuck if I say that. I don't care if I say this on the internet, okay? One day,
And
when you were
John's buzzed off his
sleeping
ass.
in your bed, and you're all nice and comfortable, I'm going to smother you. I'm going to take a pillow and say, fuck it. I just.
Much better. John Ambler says, I remember when Deborah hurt her foot kicking 50 furries down the stairs. That was pretty epic. Epic indeed. I wish I was there for that. Are you done?
Go fuck yourself.
Bye. Obtain and Ferguson were always better. I don't know who you meant there, Gorilla Mar, with Obtain, but Craig Ferguson, yeah. Craig Ferguson was probably my favorite late night talk show host of the 21st
Why don't you
century.
go to bed with your bottle and shut the hell up? How about that?
What? Can you stop being aggressive to the chat? Snooty Man says Fallon is as talented as a paper bag. Now, I mean, I can understand why some people think Fallon is talented. I personally just don't think he is. There's plenty of other people that can do what he does and more, in my mind. Oh, Conan O'Brien. Yeah. Conan O'Brien and Ferguson definitely were the best late night talk show hosts of the 21st century. I hate that Jimmy Fallon thinks he can sing. He needs to hang out with celebrities. What's the thing? He does hang out with celebrities. And then they convince him that he can sing. So then they sing with him. He is so proud of his friends. Yeah, exactly. If he didn't have his show, he wouldn't have those friends. John Abel said definitely can't sing, just ask Panda. Senior Chunky said this is peak. Ladies, calm down. We are civil. You spelled civil wrong, Chunky. Gorilla Mar said, gotta get back to dad life now. Take care and God bless. Take care, Gorilla Mar. Thanks for being here. Oh, there we go. Bah, 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 man. That was the funniest thing ever. How about when you have control over if you get to talk, then talk to me?
Fuck this. Fuck Couples Cafe. I ain't doing shit you no more. I quit.
That's fine.
Go get you a skank to do it with.
That's fine. We'll just start up the dad cast.
I don't give a fuck. Go ahead.
I'll just grab some dads and we'll start dad cast instead.
Go
That's
fucking
fine.
head. I don't care.
John Abler, I have a lot of talent in my balls.
You said balls wrong.
Balls.
You say
There,
it weird.
better. That's how you say it.
No, I don't. You say it
Say
weird.
it. Say it.
Nope, I ain't gonna say it. 'Cause
Say
you piss
balls.
me off.
Say balls.
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 You say it weird.
That's how you're saying. No, that's how you're saying
You're
it.
a fake
No,
Jersey.
no. This is how I say it. Balls. You say
Because
balls.
you ain't a Jersey and you a fucking white boy from fucking Oshkosh,
Well, yes,
Egypt
I am
or
white.
some
Thank
shit
you.
like that.
Egypt. Well, no, I can't be a white boy and be from Egypt. You got those two
Shut the
things
fuck up,
contradict each other.
ComixDad, you
I mean,
fucking
yes, there are
twat.
very light-skinned people in Egypt, but I am
Fuck
white
off,
European,
twat.
not white North American or North African. Just saying. Those are two contradictory statements you said. No, I won't. I sway it balls. Yo, say it weird. Chunky's here. It's spelled balls, but I said balls, so QueenComixWife could understand. I was trying to speak her Jersey dialect.
Fuck off, John.
So anyway, we got new footage of of the new Lego Batman game coming. It looks awesome. It looks like what was it? Hypnotic was saying the other night. He said something as he was watching this clip going, like, am I really thinking Batman's going to be Game of the Year next year? Am I thinking Batman's going to be the best video game that we're getting in post 2020? And based on this, he might be right, but let's take a look at it.
That's it. I'm heading to the mixing room, and those parts better be installed when I get there.
This looks awesome. I'm just saying. Queen, you've been playing a lot of Lego games. What do you think? What do you think of this?
I can't wait to get it.
Why do you sound so not thrilled?
Because I want to whoop your ass right now. That's why. I want to go over there. I'm about to go over there and beat your ass with this wooden spoon. You want me to be all abusive and shit? That's fine. I'll show you.
So nice. It's so nice. You done?
I hope you die of a heart attack.
I can do this all night, Queen. Are you done? Dear? I love you.
Go fuck yourself.
Ooh, ooh.
Don't fucking do that shit. I fucking hate that shit. You know I hate that fucking shit.
John said, Lego my ego. Livish just said, no balls. Tell her I said no balls. And it is quiet.
Goodbye, Deborah. Have a good night.
Bye, Deborah. Yeah, sorry about that, Lavestro. Evie Mux is weird with its audio. So, like, I heard that really loud in my ears, but I guess you guys didn't hear it that loud. But, yeah, that's my, like, one gripe with Evie Mux is that the volume control is just so jacked.
John, me and you should go on Happy's on that and get that game made. That'd be funny as hell.
They need to make a Lego Jersey game where QueenComixWife goes around beating shit up with her Lego wooden spoon. I'd buy that. I'd play that. I'd play that, and I'd play as the unlockable character ComixDad, who could just do all the things. Senior Chunky says, "Hey guys, we have to have a stream if you and ComixWife just debating the stupidest things. We do debate the stupidest things, though. That's this stream. What are you talking about, Chunky? That's every stream we do. We talk about things, but then we also bicker and debate over things too. Anyway, Queen, what is there any games coming out, Queen, that you're excited about? Since we're talking games right now,
there's a few of them coming out that I'm excited about. Well, it hasn't been released yet, so there's a few games I'm excited about, but don't worry about that because you don't care anyway.
Like what?
Like, I'm excited about the new Dreamlight Valley expansion coming out next month.
Okay.
At the end of the month. I'm excited about the Batman Lego game. I'm excited about the new Legacy Harry Potter that they're actually making right now. I'm excited about that because I played Hogwarts Legacy. That was actually really fun, so I'm excited to see what they're going to do with the second part of it. I am excited for Jurassic Park Evolution 3. That looks really cool coming out. So yeah. Dreamlight Valley, though, I'm really excited about because the new characters coming out, I'm excited about. They're releasing Snow White in this new expansion. Lumiere and Cogsworth. Shit.
What?
Hold on.
What?
I forgot about that.
What?
Hold on.
This is riveting television, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen?
Oh, okay. Never mind. I didn't miss that yet. Lumiere and Cogsworth are coming soon.
You could have checked that after.
I didn't want to miss that. And then what is it? They're having Cinderella come out in winter. So like we have like four major characters hitting like in like a 2 month span, which is gonna be fucking amazing.
Very nice. I'm excited. I'm excited for you.
You don't care.
Well, I mean, I'm excited for you. But anyway, got some good memes going on. So for anybody who's aware, so you know who Cory Booker is, right, Quaid? New Jersey Senator Cory Booker.
I don't know what that is.
Yes, he's basically an unhinged moron that's dating a woman that he thinks looks just like Rosario Dawson, and the internet has been roasting him over it for a while. But basically, Kash Patel, current director of the FBI, was basically they're having these bullshit, nonsensical Senate hearings, which I think all of these oversight committees and hearings are just wastes of taxpayer dollars, no matter what. Whether it's a Republican or Democrat appointed official or politician or something like that. All these oversight hearings never go anywhere.
Whoa. Before you start talking more about your politics shit,
What?
did you see what John Amble just wrote?
Hold on.
Debate things like if pumpkin spice even is legit coffee. John, I swear to God, John, you better cut the shit. I'm not playing with that pumpkin spice shit. You know I'm a pumpkin spice, John. You better stop.
Debate things like pumpkin spice even is legit coffee. It's not. Anyway.
It is. You know what? Fuck you, comics.
There we go. It's not. Conversation over. I win. Bandismod says, I rarely say much, just the odd lady from Canada. I in no way condone any violence from either left crazies or right. I am, though, a very devout liberal. If you are good, I will accept you. If not, bye-bye. And that's totally fine. Pandasmo. And you and I are not going to agree on things. I'm sure you and QueenComixWife have not agreed on things. But you know what? As long as nobody's sitting here calling anybody ists and phobes and going ree and screaming over everybody, and if conversations cannot be kept civil,
Tommy.
Now here's the other thing: if there is no headway in a conversation, if people are just butting heads throughout the conversation, that's no good either. But yeah, we were talking about that earlier, Panda Simone. I got no problem with you. Just because I may not agree with you, I got no problem with you until you start either becoming belligerent, idiotic, or violent. And those are the three things, because I don't tolerate fools. I don't tolerate fools, I don't tolerate clowns, and I don't tolerate criminals. So
But that's the thing, though. Like with Panda, we don't agree on everything. We wouldn't, because she feels differently than I do sometimes. But I consider them my really good friends, and it doesn't matter what we believe as long as we get along. That's all I care about. And I love Panda for who she is. I'll never change who she is. She's one of my really good friends. Panda, I love you to death, Panda. You know that. Between you and John, I pick you.
I'll take John. That's fine.
That's fine.
Ever
He
noticed?
makes fun of me too much. Damn it. Panda don't make fun of me.
Snooty Mim says, ever notice when an away team and football player goes down, he gets back up, the home team still cheers for him. No normal people want to see people hurt. Yeah, exactly. No normal people will cheer for the death of an innocent man. Exactly. He didn't do anything wrong,
Jerry,
but he didn't do anything more than sit at a table and have a conversation. Pumpkin spice isn't coffee, it's
Tomby,
coffee.
You hurt
I'm
my
making
feelings,
my way to Tomby. There we go, Tomby. Pumpkin spice is gay as fuck.
You're gay.
Pumpkin spice is gay as fuck.
You twat, you're gay. I'll say it.
Panda, you are amazing. Spice. Yes, Panda Simone, you are amazing. You're an amazing friend of the channel.
But I love you,
an
Tommy,
amazing human
always.
Being. Just because we don't agree on things doesn't mean you're not amazing. John Ambler says, I pity the fools. Not a fan of pumpkin spice. More for you. Yeah, me neither, Natty. Panda is pretty fucking awesome in my book. I'm a bit biased. She is my other half. But if it was ComixDad that fell, QueenComixWife would be happy as a flip, huh? What the fuck is a flip? What does that mean? I think he's going about Snooty Mim's football analogy, like when an away team player falls on the field. I don't know. I just don't know happy as a flip. I don't know what that means. but
I don't know. He's got weird language. It's because those young people have a
eh,
weird fucking
we're too
vocabulary
old.
now.
These young people in their
We
language.
old, man. I don't understand what the fly and it's bussin'. What the hell is bussin'? Who the hell is bussin'? Like, it's good. Why you guys say
Our
it's
buddy,
what the fuck?
our buddy back in New Jersey says it, but he says it more as a meme than seriously says it. Bussin'.
I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe I'm
Anyway.
too old, but some of these words nowadays, it makes no sense. Like you say bussin', you say what was the other word that one girl said the other day at school? I was like, what the hell she just say? Something about like, I forgot what it was. But you old as hell. Oh, you old hell got both of you beat. Yeah, well, you know what, Jerry, I'm getting up there. I can start feeling it. I've got problems on problems right now with my body.
I wasn't trying to say. I was trying to say not to say the. Chunky, learn to type. Jeez, buddy. Take a computer class.
So
Don't take a texting class. Take a computer class. That's the thing. Schools don't have anymore. They don't teach kids how to actually properly use computers. It's just tablets.
John, wrong kind of busted, nasty.
I'm sorry, I'm fat fingering everything. No, it's good, Chunky. It's good. You're fat. You are the youngest. You are the youngest member of the chat, and you are part of the newest generation of
I'm so sorry
adults.
for you.
So we are just we're singling you out. That's all. But
your generation
it's not bustin', John. It's not bustin'. It's bust.
Like you go on a bus.
Just bussin'.
Like he's going on a bus, like boom, boom, bussin'.
He's bussin', but it's something when something is bussin'. Bussin' is like the new lit or fleek.
What the hell's fleek?
I don't fucking know.
What the fuck's flick?
A fleek, not flick. Fleek.
Okay, who the hell says what's fleek?
Something when something's on fleek, it's like it's on point, or it's like on fire, or like cool. ComixWife,
cool.
ComixWife, ComixWife. At least my finger joints don't pop every time I move them.
You know what, Chunky? Why don't you go fuck yourself?
Mac789 is here, says, yo, dude. Yo, Mac, what's up? Good thing I took you off screen when I did. John Abel says, QueenComixWife is pretty ancient. She roamed with the dinosaurs after all. She's so old. According to her kids, that's how old she is.
You know what, Chunky? Let me explain something. You need to respect your fucking elders. Back over there, whoop your ass. How about that?
Snooty Mip says, when George Floyd died, they rioted, robbed, and beat people. When Charlie died, had prayers and vigils. Notice the difference. Yeah,
and John,
I do.
You talking a lot of shit, you old ass. You older than me. You 10 years older than me.
Yeah, but he don't look it. That's the thing. But that's the thing. John don't look it. He does like rituals and shit to stay young.
Stop getting plastic surgery, John.
How you keeping, man? I'm keeping, Mac. I whoa. What did I just join? Damn. I'm keeping, man. I hope you're keeping. Hope you're keeping good. See, I understand the young folk, Queen. I like Mac, Chunky. I understand them. I'm the cool dad. I'm the comics dad.
Please, cool dad. Please.
Jerry said Queen Comics needs to be carbon dated. So we went from politics to anal. I don't know. What
the hell are we gonna... What?
I think that's just
Stop
John.
Drinking, John.
John's
Stop
taking...
drinking.
John is taking this conversation somewhere he wants it to go. I don't know. But anyway, what I have here is so I have just one more like political thing, but it's to set up... No. But I'm playing this clip to set the context for a really, really great fucking meme that's going to follow. It's going to be worth it, I promise. So... we have New Jersey Senator Cory Booker trying to get a gotcha on FBI Director Kash Patel. And Cory Booker, look at the eyes. It's always the eyes, isn't it? The ones that are the crazies.
Wait,
not the rational. This is Cory Booker, Democratic New Jersey Senator. And this is FBI Director Kash Patel. Which I have very mixed feelings on. I don't think he's been doing a great job, but at the same time, his owns over the last few days in this oversight hearing, because all oversight hearings are bullshit and it's a waste of taxpayer dollars. But anyway, because nothing ever comes of them, no matter it's somebody on the left or on the right that's in the hot seat. Anyway, I do love the owns that Kash Patel has been getting on some of these fools over the last couple of days. So we're going to play this clip of just Cory Booker basically asking Kash Patel some questions, Kash Patel getting a chance to respond. Cory Booker has a complete unhinged breakdown. And then we're going to play a really fun meme. I'm going to show you guys a fun meme that was based on this. So, Queen, where'd you go?
Yeah,
I don't see your face. All right, here we go.
Here.
Ready? Here we go.
Want to say anything?
Yes, sir. That rant of false information does not bring this country
A rant that Cory Booker just went on.
together. If you want to work on bringing this country, it's my time, not yours.
My God.
If you want to talk about
dividing this country,
it is my
I follow
time.
you on your social media posts that
It is
tears
my
this country
time
apart.
to address
There should be a
your
unifying-
falsehoods.
Oh,
You are an
you can
embarrassment
try all
to the
you
division
want
in this country.
to not take
It is my
responsibility
time.
for what
You
you
had
have
your
said.
time.
Sir, you're
Your
making
time
a
is
mockery of this
over.
committee. Sir, you don't tell me my time is over.
You
The
know how
people
far
of New Jersey...
You don't tell me my time is over. Yeah, so basically Cory Booker was asking him questions. The whoever runs this particular oversight committee gave Kash Patel a chance to respond. He was responding. Cory Booker couldn't even let talk, and now Cory Booker's freaking out because Kash said your time is over, meaning like the literal time that he was allotted to speak, and Cory Booker's seeing it as a threat to his political career.
Tell me my time is over.
You
The
know how
people
far
of New
we've
Jersey
come
tell me
since
what my
you
time is.
Senator-
You can't lecture me.
You can tell me
Sir,
my time's over?
You may be the charge of the
I'm not
FBI,
going anywhere.
but I am not afraid of you, sir.
Mr. Chairman,
Not afraid of you.
Mr. Chairman, point of order.
The people of New Jersey tell me when my time is over, not you. Like, no, literally, your time was up, dude. You had your time to speak. But the reason why I played that is because there's some good memes coming out of it. So, like, you know the lady yelling at cat meme? Lady yelling at cat. Cory Booker yelling at Kash Patel. And then, so everybody, does everybody know about the green dildos being thrown at WNBA games like a month ago? And that was a thing that
Yes.
lasted. Here.
Which I don't understand.
Well,
Yeah.
here, hold on. Where is it? All right, ready? Here.
In this country, it's my time, not yours.
My
If you-
God. My God.
It is
I
my
follow
time.
you on your social media.
You want to work on bringing this country, it's my time, not yours.
My
If you-
God. My God.
It is
I
my
follow
time.
you on your social media.
You want to work on bringing this country, it's my time, not yours.
My
more
God.
time.
My God.
It is my
I follow
time.
you on your social media.
That's why I had to play the actual clip to give context to the meme. I love the sound effect. The
Something's wrong with you.
it's just so fucking good.
Something is seriously wrong with you, dude.
It's just such a good. It's such a good meme. Let's see. Hold on one sec. Okay, so Cedar Chick said, "Hey, sorry, quick question. Your Bible is signed by has a signed copy by Jesus himself." Oh damn! Max says that took a quick turn. QueenComixWife was talking about something sticking in someone's ass earlier. Okay, John's into prison style film at 11. You heard about the D4VD thing, or do you just mean DVD thing, Mac? If D4VD, I don't know what that is, but DVD thing. No, I don't know about the DVD thing. Please enlighten us. Shell Frogs is here. Just hopping in and say hi. Hi everyone. Hi Shell Frogs. Hopefully you got to see that meme and not get in trouble at work for it. But these guys have the same temper as Comix Wife. Meaning Cory Booker. Haha, got her on the phone too, so she's hearing the things I'm not putting into chat, meaning Panda Simone. The green dildo gets around. Yes, it does. She is an amazing person. Yeah, here. Well, one more time for the people in the back. Because why not? I love that. This is my favorite clip right now on the internet.
You want to work on bringing this country? It's my time, not yours.
My
If you-
God. My God.
It is.
I follow you on social media. Reminds me of the Nerf footballs that would whistle when you throw it. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Oh my god. Can you imagine the dildo whistling? Oh, never mind. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. And Shelf Rocks goes flying green dicks. What the hell? Yeah, that is somebody who represents the people of our home state, our original home of New Jersey. What do you think, Queen? What do you think of at least the meme? The meme, you gotta at least, the meme is good.
It's so stupid.
The meme is solid. You gotta at least give credit to that.
I don't like memes. I don't care about memes.
Oh, it's such a great meme. What happened?
I'm just trying to,
What happened? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, well, there we go. I don't know why I find it so I mean, I know why I find it funny. I just don't know why I find it as funny as I do. Nope, wrong scene. There we go. No like memes, unsubbed, banned from Dragoncast and my channels.
Alright, bye.
Goodness. The Marvel-inspired Hulk smash. But anyway. Queen, you got any more thoughts on anything? Anything you want to talk about?
But not right this second.
On what? On what? Me?
No.
Oh, the thing that happened today?
The unpuberty little bastard in the chat.
Oh, stop. Leave Chunky alone.
Not my fault you haven't hit puberty yet. Not my
Leave
fault.
Chunky alone. He's just having fun.
I can have fun too.
That's pathetic.
No, after what happened
You're
today,
unhinged.
though,
You're unhinged, Queen.
fuck you on that one.
Pathetically unhinged. He goes, yeah, I have. like,
Please.
no, oh, I have hit puberty. Hail to you, Chunky. Hail to you.
After today, it's just been a really rough day.
Yeah. Do you want to share or no? Obviously, I know.
I can say how I feel if you want me to.
It's entirely up to you. I'll even give you the stage.
You don't have to give me the stage. Anyway,
it just try to keep it like not to an hour.
Yeah,
because I know you and I talked about this all day, and it was like 2 hours. I'm just saying, because you and I talked about this all day, it was like 2.5 hours of our day we were talking about.
Don't worry about it then. It's fine.
No, just say give the TLDR version.
I
too
was
long
trying
didn't.
to, but you keep talking.
Okay, I'm just.
No, you can come back. I'm just saying. Let me explain what's going on. So for those who know about what I explained a few weeks ago, I was supposed to get a job at my daughter's school. So Monday, I got pissed off because my daughter came to me, who's 10 years old, and kept telling me that she was being bullied by another kid again. So the school hasn't done shit in 4 years. I'm tired of hearing it. I'm tired of dealing with the shit. So on Monday, I went to the school, and her case manager is one of her teachers. So I told her how I was feeling. I did curse. I did yell at her. I didn't yell directly at her. I was frustrated, and they know I was frustrated. So apparently this teacher went to the principal and said everything that I did. So the principal calls me the next day, which is on Tuesday, and scolds me, telling me that I shouldn't be talking to her staff like that. I should not be cussing at her staff. I should not be talking about any of the kids' names that have been bullying my daughter, saying it's their policy that I cannot be saying these things. So I told the principal, I was like, first off, I'm not your employee. I'm a parent. I don't have to go by your stupid policy. So I basically let her have it. Now, this morning I get a phone call from the HR department in the school board. They withdrew my interview because they said that I was inappropriate, unprofessional, yada 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 on Monday. And I said to the lady, I was like, "Well, I hate to tell you this, but I'm a parent before I'm an employee, and no matter what, I'm always going to put my child before a job offer. That's how it's going to be. My child is more important. Her mental health and well-being is more important than the job offer." So she's like, "Okay, I understand. Yeah, yeah. Okay, we hang up the phone." I get an email about 2 hours later saying, as per our conversation, and she listed the reasons why they call me unprofessional. 4 of the reasons never happened. The principal of the school, who is a piece of shit person to begin with, lied to the school board about me and badmouthed me to the school board. So I wrote an email back and I said, "This is slander. This is ridiculous." I basically said how I felt. I was like, "And you know what? I would never curse at a child. I would never curse at your employees. Yes, I said curse words, but I didn't direct it to them. I was frustrated about what was going on in the situation because for 4 years, you guys haven't done shit for my daughter. And all you've done is sit there with your thumb up your ass, basically, and brush it under the rug." So I called them out on it. Um, for me personally, I don't have an issue with them talking shit about me. The reason why this all happened was because when the principal called me on Tuesday after all of this, she didn't call me to ask why I was upset about my daughter being bullied. She didn't acknowledge my daughter being bullied and why everything was happening. She basically sat there and bitched that I hurt her feelings and I hurt her employees' feelings. That's what this is all about. She got petty because I hurt her feelings and she went to the school board and basically withdrew my interview. So I told the HR lady, I was like, "So your principal's petty because she got her feelings hurt and didn't even care about my daughter's needs as, being bullied, harassed and all that." So I'm pissed. I'm pissed how I was treated today. I'm pissed this principal lied about me because people know me. I'm a very good listen, I may sit on here and joke with you guys and say shit and be an asshole, but I'm not a bitch to everybody. I'm good friends with people. I show love to everyone. But when you piss me off, that's when everything comes out. And Mama Bear got woken up. Because out of all people in this world, there are 3 things you don't fuck with. First thing is that man right here. You don't fuck with this man. You fuck with him, you fuck with me.
Who, me?
Second thing, yes, you. Second thing are my 2 beautiful angels that are sleeping right now in their bedrooms. And third are my 2 babies, one here, my 2 fur babies, Riley and Canelo. Now, once you cross that fucking line with me, I'm going to be a raging bitch to you. I'm not going to care. So she decided today to put my name under the bus and lie about me, badmouth me to the school board. So now people are thinking I'm the psychotic, crazy asshole, when in fact the only thing I did was go to the school and protect my child and defend my child. But because her feelings got hurt, because I said I hate the principal for the way she's acting and how she's not doing shit for my daughter, because I said I hated her, she got butt hurt. My thing is, it doesn't matter if your feelings hurt or not. You are an adult. Put your big girl panties on, grow some balls, and stop being a crybaby because your feelings got hurt. Because at the end of the day, it's not about you. It's about those kids in that school that rely on you, and you can't even do your fucking job correctly. But I'm just saying, that's all. ComixDad, you got anything to say about it? Because I don't want to get pissed off more tonight.
So basically, during a meeting at work yesterday, QueenComixWife just basically let me know what happened with that principal calling her. I took time out of my meeting, which fortunately they were at a part I didn't have to be in. I called her and I basically said, "Who the hell do you think you are to tell anyone what they can or cannot say, especially with everything going on right now?" And I went into some more stuff. I basically told her, like, "Listen, this is the 4th school year in a row that we're dealing with shit with our daughter and you sweeping things under the rug. And she's like, oh, well, but she can't be saying things in our policies and that's not how we conduct business here. And I told her the same thing. I said, we're not your employees. I don't give a damn about your policy. And that's the other problem. And I call her by her first name. She has a doctorate in she has a doctorate in, I think, educational leadership, and then a master's in actual education. But she prefers to be called Dr. So and so, and I don't call her Dr. So and so. I call her by her first name because you're not a real doctor. Do you perform surgery? Do you prescribe medicines? Have you perfected safely splitting the atom or coming up with new quantum mechanic theories? No. Okay, then you're not a doctor. But no, I told her basically I don't give a damn about her policies. We are tax-paying citizens of the borough. We are also Americans that live in a country that where free speech is a thing and we're allowed to speak our minds, especially to you, a public servant who our tax dollars pay the salary of. And I told her the salary of which I personally think you absolutely do not deserve.
I know. I laughed when you did that.
Yeah. Oh, I told her that on the phone, and she sounded stunned for a second there. But yeah, I more or less kind of told her how it is, and I said enough is enough. We're done. We're done. Be prepared. I told her, be prepared to be held accountable because things are not going the way that you say they are.
I mean, in all honesty, though, guys, I think God knew that the me going to school was not a good idea because of how much I hated this woman, because I couldn't stand her. I hate this woman with a passion. I'm a Christian and I sit and say that, but that's how bad she's treated my daughter for 4 damn years. She doesn't care about her well-being or mental health. All she cares about is what she gets paid to do.
Well, this is why ideologues and bureaucrats should not be allowed anywhere near our children in the public education system. She's an insufferable ideologue who does nothing but sweep things under the rug because most of our daughters' bullies, unfortunately, do not look like her in terms of skin tone. But yet the children that do look like her in terms of skin tone, she's like, oh, we'll handle it. We'll take care of it. But if it's the ones that are of a different skin color, she goes, oh, well, so-and-so is just a nice kid. Or, oh, so-and-so, I shouldn't be telling you, but so-and-so just has a really a kind of a rough home life and this, that, and the other. I don't give a shit. Granted, it is not the school's job to teach our kids morals, but it is their job while our kids are there under their care, all of our children. It is their job to teach them responsibility while they're there and to hold them accountable for their unacceptable behavior while they're there.
But hold on, here's the thing. I'm going to tell everybody, okay? The reason why I say I don't care about their home life is because I can sympathize with that. I grew up with a mother who beat me every single day until the age of 18 years old. And when I tell you beat me, I am talking for no reason. She get an itch in her asshole and take it out on me, okay? I grew up a very rough childhood. I had a very abusive mother. I had no father. I had no family. It was just me and her, basically. But look who I am. I didn't grow up an asshole. I didn't treat kids like they do. There's no excuse.
I feel it coming out of my asshole. It's going to be a riot.
You could be who you need to be if you just do the right things. You don't have to be a bad person because you got your ass beat every day. You could be a decent person because that's how you're supposed to be.
Or because statistically you're one in four kids that doesn't have a dad at home.
But that's the thing.
I'm sorry, you're statistically three of 4 kids that doesn't have a dad at home.
I didn't have a dad.
Well, I'm talking about of that specific. I'm talking about of the specific. No,
I understand
of the specific look of children that are harassing and bullying our daughter.
And that's the other thing. I even said to her on the phone yesterday, I was like, you know what's funny about this is every kid that's picked on her besides 2 kids are this color. And you know what? She had nothing to say about that. She didn't say a damn thing. And that's what makes me mad. She's protecting these kids because of their skin color, which is the truth.
And not holding them accountable. As she should just any kid regardless.
Now, here's the thing. No one can pull the racist card on me or my daughter because here's it. First off, I'm Puerto Rican Italian, okay? Secondly, my daughter is Japanese, Puerto Rican, and Italian.
So the older one.
The older one.
For anybody that
So-
wasn't aware, I am stepdad, but I
Yes.
stepped up dad.
Yes, but my
Pat
thing
myself
is,
on the back.
But my thing is, it doesn't matter what color you are, because if you don't know what somebody is, you shouldn't be judging them by their looks. This principal thinks that we are white people, which is fine. I don't care if I'm white, whatever. But I'm not. That's it. Well, he's white. I'm not. But at the same time, it's okay for these kids to do that, but she can't protect my child because my child's light skin. Are you fucking joking me?
And also, our daughter also has a mental disability, which
And
could
my
be seen as
daughter's autistic.
which could be seen as discrimination technically. I think I might be getting in touch with King's advisors and just being like, "Yo, Kings, if you have like an hour to just chill and bullshit and listen to our stuff, if you could tell us if we have any legal precedent on anything, that'd be great. If that's just in general, just not
Listen,
necessarily school law, just general law."
Listen, I am the example of what a troubled child is. I had no father at all my whole life. My mother was a single mom until the day she died. My mom whooped my ass on a daily basis for no reason.
Mhm.
My mother was a psychotic, crazy, lying piece of shit person who died at 59 years old from pulmonary embolism. Okay, I grew up that kind of person, and that kind of. I grew up as that kind of person in that household, but I have never been
And you like pumpkin
rude.
spice.
I've never been an asshole to people. I mean, I can be if you piss me off well enough, but I wear my heart on my sleeve. If you need a t-shirt and I have it, I'll take it off and give it to you. That's the kind of person that I am. I may not have everything, but I am a good person.
And you like pumpkin
Now,
spice.
Whatever. That being said, there's no excuse for that shit. I'm sorry. There's no excuse for it.
No, for sure.
Everybody walks different paths in life, which is fine. But you are the one. But you make the decision on who you are going to be.
My only counterpoint to that is: do you expect a 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old kid who may or may not have a father in the home and has complete awful role models as parents? Do you really expect them to have that kind of just average kid to have that kind of mental self-awareness at that age?
I did.
I'm saying the average kid. Just because you did doesn't mean they all do, unfortunately. Now, as they get older, they should be able to develop that kind of self-awareness, and I hope they do. But at this age, it's more about the upbringing, and it's more about the environment, both in the situations, whether it's at home or also people like this principal who just lets them get away with whatever the fuck they want, possibly because they're a different skin color. That doesn't help anything either. Just accountability, consequences, and no more racking discipline. Because they rack a discipline. Feng Shui.
No offense to the Gen. What are they called? Gen Zs.
What the most recent adults or the next wave of adults?
Having kids now. That's Gen Z. Right?
Gen Z, yeah.
Okay, no offense to Gen Zs, senor. No offense to you or anything, but Gen Z.
Oh please, you've been insulting Chunky all night.
I don't give a fuck. Anyway, Gen Zs are raising their kids to be pussies. No offense, they're big pussies. Okay. Secondly, they get away with murder. All right. I'm a millennial, but I should be a zennial because technically I am from the 80s, not the 90s. I was raised with a
Zennial is not a real thing. Zennial is a thing.
Be.
No,
It
Zennial is
should
a thing
be.
that
It should be.
no,
It should be.
No, Zennial is
No,
a thing
I'm not done talking.
that
It should
that
be.
early millennials adopted to make themselves not to distance themselves from other millennials. Zennial is not a thing. Senior
Okay.
Chunky says, "I'm be honest, she does have a point."
Okay, but my thing is this: the kids raised nowadays are so.
But he's not a weenie.
But that's fine. But what? Because your parents are probably like fucking old school, like I am, which is great. That's great that you have that because a lot of kids don't anymore. Here is my thing: I am tired of this gentle parenting bullshit. I don't care what anybody says. If your kid acts up,
The ComixDad channel does not condone violence against minors in any way, shape, or form.
No, my problem is this:
The views and
these
opinions
kids
of
nowadays,
the views and
that's
opinions
fine.
of the views and opinions of guest hosts, co-hosts, and panelists other than ComixDad are not a reflection of ComixDad and the ComixDad channel.
Let me explain something, okay?
There.
You don't have to beat your kids, but you could do this. The eye. Give them the eye. I give my daughters the eye, and guess what? They stop. You know why?
You could tell them about me in terms of just the strictness. That's fine.
Comix Dad's a hardcore dad. He don't play that shit. They know better. I'm gonna explain something.
And if they don't, it's gonna keep happening until they know better. Groundings, timeouts, scoldings, looks.
Listen,
making them do things to make up for what they did.
I'm gonna say this, okay? I'm being completely honest. My kids are my world, and they know mommy will do everything for them. But at the same time, I'm a very strict parent. You want to know why? Because one day when they turn 20 or 18 or 19 or whatever,
they could still hear you. Strict parent.
I am. I have been for the last few months. The problem is you want to keep. Don't start me. I'm not fucking moving with you right now. But anyway,
you cave too easy.
Here's the thing. I will do everything for my children in a heartbeat. Okay? I will do whatever I can in a heartbeat. But here is my problem. These kids nowadays are so damn disrespectful and so rude and just think we owe them shit. Bitch, I don't owe you a damn thing. Okay? I work for what I have. I work for this house. I work for that car that I got out there. I bust my ass. That is the difference. These kids think, oh, I deserve an iPad or I deserve a car because you gave me life.
To be honest, yes, we worked hard for the house, but your mother dying helped.
It doesn't matter, though.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That is a caveat. That is a caveat.
What I am trying to say is I worked hard. ComixDad will tell you, before me and him got together, okay, when we first met, he will tell you I was a single mom working a 50 to 60 hour week job, taking care of my daughter, had my own apartment, my own car, and I asked no help. I had no food stamps done. I did everything on my own. And these kids nowadays act like they don't want to work. I see people on Facebook crying, saying, why do I have to work? Because you're a fucking adult. Go do something, like an adult does. Stop sitting on your ass and crying about it. These new kids.
I think the problem there is just because our economy is so fucked that shit's just so expensive that it's just so deflating and demoralizing, which I understand.
That's not it.
Which that's
lazy.
part of it. No, that I will say that is part of it for the ones that are like in their early 20s and starting to realize what real life is like. I can understand that I can understand that to an extent, but that doesn't mean you just don't put the effort in.
No, it's laziness. It's a lot of lazy kids nowadays. There are some here saying, I have a mental illness. I can't work. I have anxiety, depression, but I get my ass up every fucking day. I brush it off and keep going. There's no excuse. And I'm sorry to say it. These kids nowadays suck. They do. So, as a parent, I am very strict because one day when my daughters turn 18 and 20 years old, they are going to move out of my house. Comix and shut the fuck up because you had your fucking...
but you've been going on for over 25 minutes now.
Shut up.
I have to go to bed in like 20 minutes.
You're fine. You're fucking fine. When my kids grow up and move out of the house, my job is to make them decent human beings for this world. Not crybabies, not pussies, actual good human beings that will contribute to society and not sit there and collect a fucking government paycheck. That's all I gotta say.
And if they don't, that means one of two things: either we failed or somebody got in their ear.
I didn't fucking fail. That wasn't me because I sure the hell didn't fail.
Anyway, yeah, and the whole thing with the school and everything, you don't hate public school enough. You don't hate school administrators enough. You don't hate school boards enough, and you don't hate indoctrinated teachers enough. I'm just saying. John Abler says, I'm not a doctor, but I did sleep in a Holiday Inn Express last night. Been in a school like that growing up definitely sucks. More talk about ass. Be right back. Going out for a pack of smokes and some milk. Cook84 or Cook X84. What's going on, Cook X84? Welcome to the channel. Says Dad makes a good point. And because he said that, I'm just gonna bring that up again.
Can you shut the fuck up? Stop stroking his ego, people.
No, this is
Seriously.
still the same chat from
You
about
might
an
as well
hour.
get on your knees then if you're going to do that.
This is
Get on your
this
fucking
is still
knees
the
then.
this is still the same chat from Snooty Mims about over an hour ago. I just have it pinned. I have it started so I can come back to it.
Nothing against Snooty, but if you guys are going to stroke his ego, get on your knees then and do it, because that way he got to get something out of it. Anyway.
Anyway, let's see. Where were we? Senior Chunky says, "I'm be honest, she does have a point. Racking discipline of Ashore. Donald Trump don't touch China. China's Ashore." Nishi says, "Nothing wrong with discipline. Nothing wrong with discipline. Panda Simone's having a fun time. John busted ass once. Preach, Queenie," says Nishi. Senior Chunky says, guys, what if we double the taxes for single moms so they work even harder? That's a joke, by the way, before I get sent to death row. Honestly, Senior Chunky, there would be less single moms, because either one of two things: women that don't want to hunker down with somebody will either close their legs and use protection, or it'll force men to grow the fuck up and actually help or it would force men to grow the fuck up and help take care of their kid. One or the other. One or the other. One or the other.
Hold on. Let me explain. Okay, my ex was a bad person.
That goes both ways. I'm just saying. That could swing either way, but regardless, that honestly, as awful, because taxation is theft, but in theory, although Chunky was joking, in theory, this could potentially solve the single mom's problem.
Well, some single moms, like some of them, I'm gonna say this: there are some single moms who actually don't want money from their exes because they were complete assholes.
I'm just saying in general. Yes, you were the exception to the rule. You were the exception to the rule. We know.
I'm gonna say what I say. But that's the thing, though. You want to run your mouth? I'll run my mouth.
I'm not running my mouth.
There are some women who don't want to be around their exes or deal with them, so they take care of their child on their own. That's what we do.
This is the problem, Queen. I was speaking generally, and you took it as if I was talking directly about you. Nobody was talking about you. And that's why once in a while, and that's why, but your reaction there just now, the way you flew off the handle. That's why I sometimes call you an unhinged lunatic leftist. Just saying. I know you're not, but you react like one sometimes. Senior Chunky says, "Actually, ma'am, my mouth isn't moving at all." John with the popcorn. Let's see. So just to break it up a little bit. One more time.
I don't want to watch the
Bring in this country. It's my time, not yours.
My God.
It is my time.
I follow you on your social media.
You want to work on bringing this country?
Just cause it's fun. Anyway, just to kind of break things up a little bit. But yeah, so this, while just before we went live, this actually happened. There were mass arrests of protesters who tried interfering and blocking immigration and customs enforcement, also known as ICE, vehicles in New York. But look at how many are lined up there. Here, look at how many lined up. And it says 11 New York City and New York State officials were amongst those arrested. So just more unhinged politicians.
Yeah, next month's gonna suck for us because you need to keep your mouth shut.
What do you mean next month? What's next month?
Where are we gonna be next month? Are you stupid?
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, anyway, and then this came in during the stream.
Nope.
No. Listen. Tatiana Maslany, who played She-Hulk in the Disney Plus series, that has not been renewed, and I don't think she's coming back at all ever.
She's horrible at it.
Has urged her fans, the whopping 3 of them she has, to cancel their Disney subscriptions after the studio suspended Disney Jimmy Kimmel's show. And there's a lot of other people out there also calling for a boycott on Disney. Do it. That's what I never thought I would believe. I would side with these crazy assholes, but for once, do it. Cancel Disney. Boycott
I
Disney.
hate how she portrayed She-Hulk.
I'm just saying they're playing it. I'm just saying we finally got them to agree with us. Cancel Disney. Cancel Disney. Because Disney has been the bane of all of our existence culturally and from an entertainment standpoint for the last decade or more. So yes, cancel Disney. Cancel Disney. Make Marvel Comics great again. Everybody boycott Disney. Go with the leftists again and boycott Disney with them. Finally, we can all agree on something for different reasons, but I'll take it.
Oh, the Pierce Morgan thing.
Yeah.
I can't even
somebody spent money and put up a billboard in Nashville, Tennessee, that says "Fire the CEO" using the now backtracked and no longer, or the now backtracked Cracker Barrel logo, the one that they were going to use.
I thought they put it back to the old one.
No, they did, but the
okay.
CEO, but nothing's going to change until the CEO is gone. She's just going to try it again in probably a few years, because she's another unhinged, retarded CEO that was a DEI hire. But yeah, somebody put up a board in that, spent money, put up a board in Nashville using the Cracker Barrel logo that they wanted to use, but it says "Fire the CEO." That's funny as hell.
Did you know the other day when we were grocery
the Muffin
shopping?
Man?
No, listen. When I went grocery shopping the other day to get some stuff at the grocery store, do you know that Aunt Jemima is not Aunt Jemima no more?
Yeah, that's been like that for a while, babe. Same with
same. I'm like, what the fuck?
Same with what's the brand with the older black gentleman that was on it? I can't remember that one.
Uncle oh god, I can't think. Uncle Ben,
yeah, Uncle Ben, Aunt Jemima, and some others.
I noticed that.
That's been like that for years.
What the fuck? Why did we get rid of Aunt Jemima? Aunt Jemima was the best, man. I love that syrup bottle. That was an amazing syrup.
And it was notice when they changed the logo, the quality of the syrup also took a dip. Just saying. I'm just saying.
Well, it did.
Coincidence? I think
question. Not. I mean, honestly, you could be called Aunt Jemima be white. I'm just saying. And just because the syrup's dark doesn't mean she was black. I'm just being honest. I'm just saying.
No, Aunt Jemima specifically was based around a black woman.
I'm just saying, though.
Just saying. Anyway.
I like the Aunt Jemima bottle.
So
I miss that old bottle.
Couple of things before we get out of here, everybody. So here's one thing that I saw that I just felt was appropriate. You got this donkey here, this unhinged donkey. Prayer didn't help Charlie Kirk, did it? No, I was praying for you, for what's about to come. And we're in the find out stage of fuck around, find out. That's basically what's happening right now. So yeah.
Yeah, Cooks. Yeah, that's what it's called now, Cooks, because the lady at the grocery store when I was talking to her, she was like, "Don't get this syrup; it's disgusting." Because she was like, "It went downhill since they changed it." So I was like, "I'm not gonna get it then." So because I like good pancake syrup, so I just went and got a different branding. I'm like, I'm not eating this shit then because it's not Aunt Jemima. I'm sorry.
So
I used to live Aunt Jemima. It was so good.
So, and then we will leave you. Well, we will leave you with probably someone who I feel personally is, although this may be a little bit of an extreme view, but we live in extreme times right now. I think Steven Crowder is probably is the person that should be listened to the most right now. In my personal opinion. You can feel how you feel about Steven Crowder. I'm a fan. I don't agree with 100% of everything he says, but I do agree with probably about 90 to 95%. But Steven Crowder, for those of you who don't know, who's a comedian turned political podcaster, he's the Change My Mind meme guy. He's basically started the format that Charlie Kirk ended up using and taking and making even more famous than he did with Change My Mind.
Can you just do what Cook said? I'm sorry, I can't read that. It's too small.
Cook says, "For real, I saw Mr. Butters and took it."
Right, I love Buttersworth. Oh, it was so good.
But this is Steven Crowder's appearance on Piers Morgan from yesterday, because he's been saying some things that I guess people have been thinking are questionable, and he lays out his case. So I'm just going to play the whole thing, and if you guys want, let me know in the chat what you think. I think he's onto something here, because we're at a point where there are people out there that want to severely hurt and kill people, and even kill people, and it's not just a few people. It's a whole brainwashed mind hive of extremists that are willing to now silence people for permanently silence people for having differing opinions. And this is Steve Stephen Crowder's take on how to move forward with that.
People may take some clips and tell you that Stephen Crowder is irresponsible. He advocated violence. That's right. I am. I want to be crystal clear about that. I am advocating for lawful violence defensively that has been abandoned for years, and I want it to replace where grace was afforded.
Is that a sincere clarification, or have you just calmed down?
It wasn't a clarification. It was a repeat, and I stand by it. I am advocating for lawful, maybe let me clarify, ruthless violence in defense of us and our own. And if you give me 1.5 minutes, I can make it extra crystal clear if we need to. What you're seeing with Charlie Kirk is what got through. Charlie Kirk lived under a cloud just as I have. It's the reason that I stopped doing Change My Minds, where there were 12 felonious assaults, attempts at battery, and attempts on my life. And I know quite a few, and many I don't, of Charlie Kirk. I want to be clear. I want those on the left to speak freely and to be able to host their events with minimal security as they do now for the rest of their lives. Just as surely, I want them to be deathly terrified of showing up and acting with the increasing violence as they have at our events. And that goes both ways. Hey, if there's a spat of right-wing violence that's spreading across this country, treat those people the same way that we treat yours. But you won't find it. And let me just address a couple of things here. What I think leads to violence, they'll try and blame it on Donald Trump. They'll give us a bunch of reasons. Let me be really clear here. Joe Walsh will say that this is an overreaction. He said that yesterday. He doesn't understand why this is a big deal. That's untrue. He will say that statistically more violence comes from the right. That's provably untrue. He has been stating for days that the shooter was in fact not a leftist and we didn't know. That's provably untrue. He will create a false equivalency between Charlie Kirk and the murder of the Hortmans in Minnesota. That's provably untrue. And finally, he will place blame, as the left and the spineless right does, for all of this on Donald Trump, conservatives, rising figures, and the rhetoric for temperatures in this country. That is provably untrue. Donald Trump ran on Law and Order and won because of leftist violence. All of this, let me finish with this. All of this is by design so that the left and spineless right can make this conversation about conservatives responding to the cold-blooded terroristic assassination and gleeful celebration thereafter of a young man who did nothing more than sit down at a table and allow anyone to speak their opinion. And I know what it's like because I was in that spot. I started it, and Charlie cited it as inspiration. If I could change one thing, and I do believe that I'm partially responsible for this, I failed people. I've had to do a lot of soul searching. When I did Change My Mind and started in 2016, the idea was, hey, calling the left on their bluff, civil dialogue with anyone to the tune of billions of plays and hundreds of hours. And it got increasingly violent. And what I didn't tell people, I told people out there, go do this on your own campus, have these conversations. I advocated for it. And Charlie took it to another level. He was unbelievable at it. What I didn't do, I didn't tell people about the threats because I didn't want copycats. I didn't tell them about terrorists from Yemen through Sweden showing up in East Grand Rapids. I didn't tell them about concrete milkshakes. I didn't tell them about my tires getting slashed, about people trying to firebomb my car. And maybe if I would have picked up the phone, maybe if I would have used this megaphone to tell people it's real life out there and the left wants you dead, maybe Charlie would have had a fighting chance. Maybe I could have done more. Right now, I'll tell you this. I see a lot of people out there, Piers. See a lot of people out there talking about picking up that microphone. And I hope people do, because the alternative is silence. But I want people to know that wherever that microphone is, and whoever thinks about picking it up, you are in the crosshairs. People say bring down the temperature. Okay, how about we bring down the temperature to doing something like, I don't know, sitting down at a table and allowing anyone with a thought or opinion to discuss it rationally? Would that bring down the temperature? Because they took his life anyway.
I mean, it's like he said, like extreme violent self-defense, basically, as a preventative measure. And he said, they pretty much said the thing that people should be saying. They get to the opposing side, the opposing view. They get to hold events and stuff without having to worry about being attacked, because it doesn't happen. Not nearly as much as it happens the other way around. Good night, Shell Frogs. Have a wonderful night. But he even said though he loves and he hopes that they can continue to have their events safely without that threat because they know that it's not going to happen to them, as opposed to the other way around. Precedent has been set now. So basically, it's more of a call to action to just defend yourselves, defend each other, be vigilant in defense, legal defense. Everybody could get along, but unfortunately the world doesn't work that way. So for the few people that for the smaller groups that cannot voice their frustrations with things and have to use violence in an offensive go on the attack in a violent physical manner just because they don't like words or because they don't like Orange Man or because they don't like Christians or people of a certain skin color or anything of that sort. Defend yourselves. I 100% agree with Steven Crowder on that. Queen, thoughts on that before we get out of here?
We're falling into hard times, and honestly, you need to do whatever you can to protect your family.
I hope nobody ever has to. Sorry,
I
go
hate
ahead.
to say that, but unfortunately, this is the time now where we need to stand together and we need to fight back on the things that are not okay and that people are promoting and basically just going against everything that we truly believe in. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something. I'd rather stand with God than stand against God. After all of this, after all of the things that we've been through the last 2 weeks with Charlie and everything, I am fully convinced that Jesus is coming a lot faster than we thought. And I feel bad for the people who are going to be stuck here and deal with all of the pain and suffering because they're so evil on the things that they do. I don't care what you believe in, but be a better person. Be a good human being. Like be good to people. Stop being a crazy asshole who doesn't care about somebody's life being taken away. Like, I'm sorry, when I was a kid, we grew up in a good life. Like we could be outside without being kidnapped. Our parents knew where we were. We got to live. We were the last generation to be able to ride our bikes up and down the streets and go to our friend's house without worrying about anything. We used to walk barefoot outside, for God's sake. Now you have kids nowadays who won't even go outside because of the fear of things happening. Like, our society has gotten bad, and I'm not gonna lie, I wish my childhood was now so people could see how wonderful we really did have it. You know, it's I'm gonna say this before I go. No matter what you believe in, no matter who you trust or whatever, be a good human, be a good person. Respect each other, love each other. Go fuck yourself too, Paul.
Hail, Paul.
I love you,
Hail Paul
Paul,
for the raid. Thank you, brother.
But just be that good human being that you're supposed to be, because at the end of the day, we all have to live together on this earth. We all have to thrive together, and all we keep doing is falling apart because of all the fights and all the things that we don't believe in and all this bullshit. Like, why can't there be peace one time? Why can't we stop killing people or stop doing stupid shit or blaming, mental illness or blaming this? I'm tired of it all.
Mm-hmm.
We need to start uniting like our forefathers wanted. Because you know how I feel, ComixDad? This is how I feel. The people, the actual historical people that passed away, like Martin Luther King, Lincoln, all these different historical figures, they died for no reason.
Oh, no. The reason they died is because somebody didn't agree with what they were doing.
It doesn't matter.
Instead
the
of
point
talking,
is, let me finish. The way the world is right now, everything they worked on
I
is
get
bullshit.
what you're saying.
Is bullshit. They're rolling over in their fucking graves, especially Martin Luther King. Hate to say that.
Yep, MLK Jr.
Truth.
Yep.
And I can't stand that. Look what these people did. So they died for our country. They died to have the things
They died for our
wanted.
society. They died for humanity in a sense.
And look how we turned out. We should be ashamed of what we did for them. They died for us, and we are basically disrespecting their death.
Caveat: it's not everybody. It is not
okay,
everybody.
fine. 60% probably.
I'll give you that. But
I
it
know
is not
there are some
everybody.
decent people still here in this world because I'm friends with most of them. But there are some people who I cannot believe call themselves human beings. It's disgusting. I'm sorry. It's disgusting, and I'm so ashamed of these people. I really am.
For sure. I
Go
agree.
ahead, ComixDad.
No, you pretty much you pretty much hit the nail on the head, more or less. But yeah, just everybody be safe out there. Yeah, protect yourselves, protect your family. Hopefully nobody ever has to use it. Regardless, again, we're
Canelo.
We're staunch 2A supporters. Responsible ownership. And regardless whether left or right, Democrat, Republican, everybody has a right to defend themselves. So everybody, but justified, lawful self-defense. Big facts. She spoke, says Cook. With that, everybody, just remember, I'm ComixDad. She's QueenComixWife. Thank you guys so much for being here. We'll be back again
all of you.
in 2 weeks for another Comics Couple Cafe. Queen, tell everybody where you're going to be, what you're going to be doing.
So tomorrow morning, I'm probably going to stream a little bit tomorrow. Probably. I gotta see how I feel because I've been having knee problems lately. And then ComixDad streams tomorrow night. And then Saturday, I will be doing another stream. I have no idea what I'm doing yet, but we're going to figure it out. But tomorrow is Dreamlight Valley. I'm hoping that Gameloft finally gets back to me because I emailed them 2 days ago and they still haven't answered me. So Gameloft, if you are listening, you suck at responding.
What the hell is Gameloft?
Gameloft makes Dreamlight Valley. Let me explain why you suck. I have a glitch in my game that I can't do my quest because of you, and you haven't responded. I paid all this money for your stupid game. Why don't you respond to a fucking email? But anyway,
because just one person's email is not going to matter.
I don't give a shit. I
welcome,
paid for it.
Welcome to the gaming industry. Anyway, as for me, guys, I will see you all this Sunday night for a new episode of the Pull List. I know I haven't been super consistent with those lately. Part of it is just because trying to figure out getting adjusted to the sleep schedule for the new job. I'm zoned in now. I'm dialed in. Good to go. Also, last weekend didn't happen just because I was feeling things.
I made him late for work.
And I wasn't gonna stop. Don't. Anyway, but yeah, and then also just last weekend with everything being so fresh from the week's events from last time or from last week, I just wasn't in the right headspace to do the Pull List. But this Sunday, come on by 7:00, the Pull List. We'll be talking new comics and some comic book news and all that other good stuff. And then next Thursday or Friday, I don't know which day yet, but next Thursday or Friday is going to be a new episode of Talkin' Shop with my guest, indie comic book artist John Dillard, who did the art for Yellow Flash's comic or graphic novel, however you want to call it, that came out and was sent out through Rip Ascend, the Mighty Golden Patriot. So the artist for the Mighty Golden Patriot, John Dillard, is going to be on Talkin' Shop next week. Like I said, I don't know yet if it's going to be Thursday or Friday. As of right now, it's scheduled for Thursday, but that might change depending upon how the week goes. Hold on, QueenComixWife. But yeah, guys. And then after that, there is going to be, like I said, Comics Couple Cafe in 2 weeks. But then after the next episode of Comics Couple Cafe, there might not be any Thursday or Friday streams here on the ComixDad side of things, on the ComixDad channel. For the month of October. Oh no, I'm talking about for the entire month of October for the most part. Just because we have things going on. There's 1 week we're going to be away. Some other stuff going on as well. And then yes, I'm getting there. But the next episode of Talkin' Shop after next week, the next currently scheduled episode of Talkin' Shop will be at the end of October. So Talkin' Shop, at least, will be taking a little bit of a break during the month of October. So just be aware of that. The pull list will still happen. It's just Talkin' Shop that's going to be on a little bit of a break after the end of this month. But what's up, Queen Comics Wife? You have one more thing?
So what are we doing in 3 weeks?
I figured we could talk about it on the next episode. Because the next episode of Couples Cafe is the last episode before we go.
Oh. Okay.
I figured we could talk about that on the next one.
I'm excited for you know why.
Yeah, we'll talk. Well, like you said, we'll talk about it.
Fine.
We'll talk about it next time. Because it'll only be a week away at that point. And then we can talk about how excited we are. Ish.
Yeah, ish.
Depending upon how things play out over the next couple of weeks as well. But anyway, everybody, I am ComixDad. She's QueenComixWife. Remember, everybody, be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Support your local comic shops. Support independent comic creators.
No, now.
Fine. I'll just leave it at this. We're going to a certain major American city for a certain type of convention in a few next month, and I'll leave it there. We'll talk more about it on the next Couples Cafe. But anyway, everybody be good to yourselves, be good to each other, support your local comic shops, support your independent comic creators, support small content creators like myself, QueenComixWife, Levistro, Nishi Does Gaming, Tomby, other friends, Paul Hadouken, who rated the stream over on Rumble, and other friends of the channel, of our channels as well. Remember to be safe, keep God in your hearts, and
God bless America.
And also, when in doubt, remember you can always throw a green dildo
You want to
at a
work on
senator.
bringing this country? It's my time, not yours.
My God.
You could always throw a green dildo at a senator. Hi, everybody, we're out of here. We are Charlie Kirk.